Did you know that the way you sleep tonight could quietly push your heart toward danger without a single warning sign? What I'm about to reveal may seem unbelievable, yet it affects millions of older adults across America every single night. I'm Dr. Thomas, a cardiac surgeon with more than 2 decades caring for seniors whose hearts have carried them through a lifetime. Again and again, I've watched strong, independent people walk into my clinic with heart problems not caused by disease alone, but by something far more subtle, the very position they sleep in. These aren't dramatic accidents or rare medical conditions. I'm talking about the ordinary habits you follow every night. The posture you settle into without thinking, the angle of your head, the curve of your back, the way your chest expands or compresses as you breathe. What seems harmless, even comforting, can slowly weaken your heart, strain your circulation, and steal the rest your heart desperately needs as you age. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand which sleeping positions may be damaging your heart, why older adults are especially vulnerable, and what simple changes can protect your heart. Starting tonight, before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Sleeping position number 1, sleeping on your back with your head position too low. When you reach your 60s, 70s, or 80s, something as ordinary as the way you rest your head at night can quietly shift from harmless routine to a hidden threat. Many older adults in America prefer sleeping on their backs, believing it keeps the spine straight and reduces joint pressure. But when the head lies too low, when the pillow sinks or the upper body is not elevated enough, your airway narrows, your chest tightens slightly, and the oxygen your heart depends on becomes just a little harder to draw in. That little difficulty may seem innocent, yet in an aging body, the smallest disruptions often carry the greatest cost. As we grow older, the tissues in our throat relax more than they once did. Gravity pulls them downward during sleep, especially when the head is low. This makes breathing less efficient, forcing your heart to compensate. It must beat harder to move oxygen through your blood, even though your lungs are quietly struggling in the background. Many seniors describe waking up tired despite a full night's sleep, not realizing their heart spent the entire night working overtime. What appears to be a peaceful sleeping position can slowly drain the strength of a heart that has already carried decades of responsibility. For people with sleep apnea, a condition far more common after age 60, this position becomes even more dangerous. The airway collapses more easily, creating repeated drops in oxygen throughout the night. Each drop is like a shock wave through the cardiovascular system. Blood pressure surges. Heart rhythm becomes unstable. In some cases, doctors can even see the stress on the heart muscle during morning examinations. Over time, these nightly strain cycles can weaken the heart, contribute to heart failure progression, and increase the risk of arrhythmias. It is an invisible battle happening while you sleep, a quiet assault that can damage your heart without causing immediate pain or warning. And for seniors with a history of high blood pressure, coronary artery disease, or congestive heart failure, sleeping flat on the back with the head too low is especially risky. Fluid shifts toward the chest during the night, making breathing heavier and forcing the heart to pump against resistance. That weight on the chest, barely noticeable to the sleeper, can gradually destroy the heart's ability to rest. A heart that never rests is a heart that eventually breaks. Yet, many older adults continue sleeping this way simply because no one ever told them the truth. They assume exhaustion is part of aging when in reality, their sleeping position may be silently undermining their health. Raising the head of the bed 6 to 8 in, or using a supportive wedge pillow designed for seniors can relieve nighttime pressure on the airway, protect oxygen flow, and finally allow the heart to relax. For many, this small change becomes the difference between fatigue and vitality, between strain and true rest. But if this simple position can quietly harm your heart, what about the posture that shifts blood flow in an even more dramatic way? One that many seniors believe is completely harmless. The answer may surprise you. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2, sleeping position number 2. Sleeping on your right side for long periods. There is a quiet belief among many older adults that sleeping on the right side is harmless, perhaps even comfortable, especially when the body feels stiff after a long day. Yet what feels familiar and soothing may be working against the heart in ways most people never notice until the damage has already begun. As the years pass, the heart loses a bit of its youthful resilience. It becomes more sensitive to pressure, fluid shifts, and changes in circulation. And when you lie on your right side for long stretches of the night, your body undergoes subtle internal changes that can place unexpected strain on a heart already doing its best to keep you alive. When an older adult sleeps on the right side, gravity changes the return of blood to the heart. In younger years, the cardiovascular system adapts easily, but after 60, the heart muscle may be stiffer. The valves may not open as smoothly, and the veins may carry extra fluid that the heart must constantly manage. Lying this way can increase the workload on the right chambers of the heart, the very chambers responsible for collecting blood from the body. Instead of resting, your heart is pushed into a state of quiet overexertion. For someone living with mild heart failure, valve disease, or chronic swelling in the legs, this position can create a surge of nighttime stress that accelerates fatigue and slowly erodes heart strength over time. Many seniors describe waking up with a heavy chest or feeling unusually breathless during the night. What they don't realize is that sleeping on the right side can subtly shift abdominal organs toward the heart, adding external pressure at a time when the heart should be resting. This gentle but persistent compression may restrict cardiac filling, forcing the heart to pump faster and harder. Over months or years, this extra strain can begin damaging your heart, weakening its ability to function efficiently. For someone whose heart already fights against high blood pressure or reduced elasticity, the long-term effect can be deeply harmful. An invisible force slowly working to destroy your heart's nighttime recovery. Even more troubling, research has shown that people with certain cardiac conditions naturally avoid the right side during sleep without consciously knowing why. Their bodies sense the discomfort their minds ignore. Yet those who continue sleeping this way may unknowingly worsen palpitations, nighttime arrhythmias, or fluid congestion. What feels like a comfortable habit may actually be a signal that the heart is struggling. Fortunately, small adjustments such as shifting to the left side using a supportive body pillow or elevating the upper torso can reduce pressure on the heart and allow it to rest more fully throughout the night. Protecting your heart does not always require drastic change. Sometimes it begins with a simple shift in how you lie down to sleep. But if sleeping on the right side can quietly strain your heart, imagine what happens with a position that compresses your chest, restricts breathing, and challenges your heart with every single breath. That danger is far more common than most older adults realize. Sleeping position number 3, sleeping on your stomach. For many older adults, sleeping on the stomach is a habit formed decades ago, one that once felt comforting, safe, or simply familiar. But as the body ages, this seemingly harmless posture transforms into something far more dangerous, placing silent pressure on the heart and lungs at the very stage of life when they are most vulnerable. What once supported deep, effortless sleep may now be slowly damaging your heart night after night without you ever realizing the danger. When a senior lies on their stomach, the weight of the upper body presses down against the rib cage. The chest cannot expand fully, and the diaphragm, your most important breathing muscle, cannot move as freely as it needs to. This restriction reduces lung capacity, lowering the oxygen levels your heart depends on to function. Your heart, already working harder due to age-related stiffness, is suddenly forced to pump more vigorously just to maintain enough oxygen in your bloodstream. Over long periods, this constant strain can begin to destroy your heart's ability to rest and recover while you sleep. In younger years, the heart can tolerate this type of pressure. But for someone over 60, especially those living with hypertension, coronary artery disease, atrial fibrillation, or mild heart failure, stomach sleeping becomes a dangerous burden. The reduced airflow can trigger subtle dips in oxygen saturation that you never notice, but your heart does. Each dip forces it into overdrive, beating harder, faster, and with greater stress. These nightly episodes of oxygen deprivation may contribute to morning fatigue, dizziness, or that unsettling feeling that something isn't right deep inside your chest. Seniors often blame these symptoms on age, not realizing their sleeping position may be setting the stage for long-term cardiovascular damage. Even more concerning is the way stomach sleeping positions the neck. The head must turn sharply to one side, compressing arteries that carry blood to the brain and straining the nerves that help regulate heartbeat. This unnatural twist can disrupt normal circulation and trigger irregular heart rhythms during sleep. Many older adults wake with pounding hearts or sudden jolts of breathlessness, never connecting the experience to the posture they maintained for hours. Over time, this combination of restricted breathing, poor circulation, and increased heart strain forms a quiet assault, one capable of damaging your heart in ways that accumulate gradually but dangerously. And then there is the emotional weight this position carries. Imagine your heart, an organ that has served you faithfully through a lifetime of challenges, struggling each night beneath the pressure of your own body. Imagine it working harder than it should, pushing against resistance it cannot escape, fighting through hours meant for healing. This hidden strain is not dramatic or sudden, but it is real. And for many older adults, it is the beginning of a slow unraveling that could have been prevented with a simple change. Shifting away from stomach sleeping can open your chest, improve oxygen flow, and ease the burden on a heart that deserves protection, not pressure. And yet, as concerning as this position is, it still does not compare to a posture many seniors rely on daily, one that appears supportive but can quietly sabotage circulation in a way few people suspect. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.